All right. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on when you're watching this. I am Robin, nutritionist, and we're going to talk about the power of produce. And specifically, as we're doing this, it is back to school time where our grandkids, or your guys' grandkids, I don't have grandkids, but our college students or even our younger students are headed back to school. And when they go to school, sometimes they pick up the cooties and all kinds of things. And if you're anything like me, you want your child to be healthy, your grandchild, your college student. I heard on the news today that as Americans, we eat more meat than produce. And if you know that we are a society of poor health and it's declining, not increasing, but the thing that gives us better health are fruits and vegetables, which we do not get enough of. And for our sweet children, we really, to the best of our abilities, want to help them flood their bodies with produce, but it is hard, as it is hard for us. So all of us that are, well, those that you're going to hear from today, we have found a simple way to flood our bodies with produce, and we are able to impart that same glamorous, joyous way onto our children, and they get it for free. So we take encapsulated produce as the parents or the grandparents, and our babies get it for free. So I'm going to introduce you to some mamas who we're going to just talk really quick, really casual. And I'm going to ask them a couple of questions and share why they take this produce and why do they give it to their child. So Alma, how long have you been taking this produce in your body? How long has it been?
Hi, my name is Alma, and
Hi.
I have last baby going to college, but we've been taking it for 8 years now. And my
Okay.
son started in high school in ninth grade and is in college and finished with his bachelor's. He's been taking them, but he takes the gummies.
He was in ninth grade. Really?
Yes, yes.
I've known you that long.
No, yes, 8 years.
Oh my
I
gosh,
was,
that's crazy.
I
That's
was
like
your,
a sidebar. Yeah.
I
So
was your,
say that again?
I was your first. I forgot my name title.
Yes, you were, but I can't ever believe that he was in ninth grade. So now you have a college student. He's 25. How old is he now?
He'll be 25 in a couple next month.
And he
Yes.
takes the chewables and he gets them for free. He is a college student, y'all. So those that have college students, this produce can go to your college student up to the age of 25 for free. Now he was shy to get on here, but and we were saying because sometimes our children don't behave. Do you have to make them take them? Does he take it willingly? Tell us a little bit about
Oh,
that.
he takes them. He really does just take some because they taste like candy to him. So he
Yeah.
thinks he's eating gummy bears. And I tell him
And
to get extra vegetables because, like you say, nobody eats enough vegetables and fruits, and it's an easy way for them to grab and go, especially being a college student. And as a mom, I think it makes me feel good that at least he's getting some kind of nutrition because I know he's not eating right.
yeah, you said the magic word as parents. We're like, okay, it's like a little bit of insurance. Like, okay, I know they're eating top ramen or whatever they're eating, and at least they're getting this produce. And then
Right.
for you as the mom, what makes you continue to take this produce yourself?
For myself, a lot of stuff I seen over the past year change on my body. I shared with you that I had thyroid, and that when I met you, I was eating already healthy, but I knew I wasn't getting enough, um,
Mhm.
fruits and vegetables. So I right away, instant, it had me go poop. I mean,
Yeah.
literally, I was going, and to this day, I still go a lot of bathroom. And it's like every time I eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I go to the restroom. They're like, "How do you do that?" And I said, "I take my Juice Plus."
Yes.
And
Go ahead. Sorry.
then I feel like I got more energy. You drink more water. You hang out with the healthier friends and family.
You
Um,
do.
Learned a lot from a lot of people. Recently, well, not recently, during COVID time,
Mhm.
um, that my thyroid, I have thyroid. I had to lower my medication 4 times. And I truly believe that it's the Juice Plus that brought it down. Like,
Got it. Yeah. And those
yeah,
of you that are listening, and that if you're listening on the recording, everybody is telling their story, and we don't make any medical claims. This is just what their body is doing, what the body can do when it's getting the produce that it needs. Alma, is there anything else you want to share or say before I move on to one of the other mama grandmothers?
I just want to thank you, Robin, for everything you do for us, and
Oh.
not just but a lot of the community I hang out with. You know, I can mention names, but I'm not. But just
Yeah,
really
I
cool.
love
But thank you for bringing me on.
I love what you said about it's like you have healthier community. It's like you want to be around healthier people and healthier people want to be around you and it just it spreads.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for that. Okay, Dr. Nailani, before you tell us about your grandkids or your children, you have a remarkable story of your own. So it would just be crazy for us to not have you share what you've gone through this past couple of years. Yeah. So tell us what's happened or what's going on.
All righty. Well, thank you very much for having me on as one of your guests. I heard about this nutrition, 16 years ago. And little did I know that 14 years later, I would be diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia and not expected to survive at all. Most people, when they come into the hospital, I was told by the doctors that about 35% of their blood is usually leukemic or cancerous. And when I arrived, 87% of my blood was cancerous. Almost 90% of my blood was leukemic. And the question, of course, is, well, being a naturopathic doctor and teaching everyone else how to be healthy and living a healthy life myself, how did this even happen? Because we teach that your genes can be turned off or on with lifestyle. And I've had and still do, thankfully, a very, very healthy lifestyle. What we found, though, is that I had two chromosomal anomalies that are prone to cancer. And so it's a long story for another time. However, they could not believe my blood. They could not believe all the other things that were going on that were being tested because I was just so healthy otherwise, other than having this cancerous blood that was about to take me to my ancestors, literally. And they said, we can't figure it out. Your organs are the organs of a 20-year-old, even though I'm in my 70s. So it's definitely my lifestyle that saved my life. And nutrition is a huge part of that lifestyle. I teach all of what people call the pillars of health. I just simplify it. Think well, drink well, eat well, sleep well, and move well. And thinking was a huge part of that. However, the nutrition was huge, well, I can't say huger.
Huger. Yeah.
The thing, though, is that I know because of the research that it has a lot to do with getting rid of inflammation, right? Helping decrease inflammation. And so I was eating that Juice Plus like it was going out of style. I still do.
When you were in the hospital,
In
right?
the hospital, that was the one thing that they allowed me, because I talked to the doctors and said, because of course, naturally, they don't want you to have any kind of supplements. They don't know what kind of reactions are going to be. And most of them are not NSF certified like Juice Plus is. So they said yes. And then over time, the doctor said, you can do anything you want, because they kept testing my blood and testing my blood. So even though I'm in my 70s, my organs are now the organs of a 20-year-old. And the Juice Plus, because of the research, as I said before, it allowed my organs to be strong enough for me to handle that very, very intense chemotherapy. I was in the hospital for a year and a half.
Yeah, I was gonna say you were in the hospital for a year and a half.
Yes.
But you took Juice Plus and because you would tell us your story and they're amazed at your journey and your recovery. I mean, it's miraculous.
really,
Very, and
truly.
look at you now. I mean, look at you. You look so good. And you said you're in your 70s. So can you tell us which part of your 70s?
Oh, I'm 75. I'll be 76 in November, a couple of months. I'll be
And you
70.
just wrote a book. I'm putting a plug in. I'm waiting for your book, but you wrote a book. Can you tell us what your book is called?
The book is called New Life from Near Death.
Your
How
life.
to prepare your life and health for the unexpected. And
Yeah.
that is truly what was happening with me. It was an
Mhm.
unexpected thing. And because I was so health conscious and known to be, there are people in my family and there were friends, and one of them said, you know, if she's getting cancer, then we can all forget it. No, but it was just that they were so shocked. They was
But I think the reality is, and then we're going to talk about your student that takes your granddaughter or grandkid that takes Juice Plus. But it's like, yes, cancer is out there and is trying to get us all. But the fact that you had it and it is gone, that's the part that we want to know. It's not like just because you do all these things, it just won't get you, but it
right.
may not do you in because of it. So that is it's so inspiring. It makes me want to cry. Now, your children, your grandchildren, tell us how you get this nutrition out, because as I said to those that are listening, the babies get it for free, even if up to 25 years old. So who is taking advantage of this nutrition in your family?
Okay, well, we'll start with well, I have 4 daughters. And by the way,
Okay.
I just want to say one thing very quickly. There is a big difference between blood cancer and a tumor. You know, a
Okay.
lot of people have breast cancer and all these different kinds. It's a huge difference. Uh,
Okay.
so just know that. So when you look at other people, we never make a judgment because you never know. You just
Mhm.
never know. And I'm so grateful that I've had this in my life and I was able to give it to my children. Well, my
Mhm.
children were grown. They had children of their own
Mhm.
when we had Juice Plus. And I'll share just 3 simple examples. First of all, my youngest daughter has one daughter, and she used Juice Plus as her prenatal.
Mm.
And the doctors are always so impressed when the child gets, when a newborn has an APGAR test. That's the test that they take so that they can see the quality of the baby's lungs, how they cry, their skin, their muscle tone, all of that. And not only have all of my children, grandchildren, and great grandchildren have been able to score very high on the APGAR test. But all of those that I know, and I have helped deliver babies, it's just amazing that the doctors, one doctor who said to the parents, didn't know that they were eating Juice Plus, said to the parents, you have Juice Plus, don't you? And they looked at each other and said, how did he know? And they said, I can tell by the baby. I can tell by the quality of the baby's skin, musculature, all of that. So that's one thing for my granddaughter, for one granddaughter. However, my other one who has my I have 5 great grandchildren because my grandchildren are in their mid-30s. So the great grandchildren had it, of course, when mom was pregnant, of course. And then when the baby got off of the breast, instead of, because most of the time they just go from the breast to the cup. However, mom went back to work and my daughter was, as the grandmother, doing the babysitting. And we created a formula for the baby. And we just use an avocado. We just threw it in the big blender, an avocado, sweet potato, and Juice Plus Complete, the vanilla, not the chocolate for an infant. And she would throw in even the berry blend. She would just put it all in there. And it was great. And the babies, both of her grandchildren, are extremely healthy. And they're doing very well in school now. And the very last one, I saved, I won't say the best for last, but the most impressive to me is one of my daughters, Nanette, she'll tell you her story, that one of her daughters was born with a heart condition. And she was prone to colds and asthma. She had asthma and bronchitis in the worst way. And every time she got sick, if she just caught a little cold, they would be in the hospital and she would be out of school for at least a week. And since she started having the Juice Plus, and of course she was in high school when she started taking Juice Plus.
Okay.
And it just changed things. All of us, not, I started to say, not all of a sudden, and it didn't happen overnight. However, she noticed that she wasn't catching a cold as often. And when she did not end up in the hospital.
Wow.
And so it has made a huge difference for us. Hugh Smith is now, after college, she sometimes stopped eating it, and her bronchitis had gotten so bad that she went to the hospital, and the doctor said, "We don't know how you're alive." Her oxygen level was at a 30. And they finally brought her back up, and she got home, and she says, "I don't want to go back." So Nanette said, "Well, you're going to do everything I tell you." She said, "Okay." She gave her one of each of the Juice Plus every half hour. She said, "You're going to take it every half hour, one of the Juice Plus." And as was mentioned, this is not medicine. It's not a drug. It's not an herb. It's nutrition. And the body is starving for this kind of nutrition, all of us. So anyway, I know I'm taking a lot of time. I just want to share. There's so much I could just go on and on and on, obviously. I just want to let you know that I'm grateful that we have this. And certainly for my own life, as well as for my children and my great-grandchildren and all the people that I serve. Because even though I'm almost 76, I'm not retired. I'm not a horse.
You look good. You look amazing.
I'm not going to retire. And we don't know how long. It's only been 2 years since that. So we don't know how long I'll be here, but I'm enjoying it while we are.
While you are. I think that you've said so many powerful things and so many inspiring things. And those that are listening, it's just fruits and vegetables in a capsule, y'all. The pits, the peel, the seed. And there's so much. It's like we have to almost convince people that it makes sense. But every time if you go to the doctor, they're always saying, well, change your diet, add more produce before they try to give you a medication. We just want you all to be empowered to get it for yourselves and get it for your children for free. Do you understand that? Like, you as a parent, you get it, and then your child gets it for free. That is crazy. All right. I'm going to introduce you to Donna. Unmute yourself, Donna. Donna is, well, you tell us your story. How long you've been taking it? What's your story? And then you have a college student in your home.
I do. Well, I'm Donna Turner, and I've been eating Juice Plus for 7 years. When I got it, it was actually not for me, even though I knew the power of the fruit and vegetables in a capsule. I had taken another brand since 1990. However, my granddaughter was 13, and she came home with acne all over her face. She left in the morning, she was fine, and she came home with a migraine. Light sensitive, acne broke out all over her face. And I looked at her mother, who has chronic asthma. In the 90s, we took the little fruit and vegetables in the capsule. And I said to her, she's not getting meds, because my daughter had an anaphylactic. She had, they call it TENS, TENS, anaphylactic, where my daughter's eyelids and earlobes were 3-degree burns off of a migraine med. So I knew that I wasn't going to give my granddaughter medication. And I also knew that fruit and vegetables in a capsule worked. So I called Vanessa. She was the nutrition that told me about Juice Plus 6 months prior to that for myself. And I said no to her because I needed a lumbar fusion, total lumbar fusion. And I just thought I was far gone. Juice Plus is not going to help me now. I need some surgery. but the insurance company canceled my surgery, and my daughter didn't want me to have it anyway. So 6 months later, my granddaughter goes to school, comes home with acne, with a migraine, and I said, let me call that nutritionist back because that Juice Plus is going to help her. And she told me it was free. Now, I was on disability for my back. I had no income, no way to get money. I was 1 month late for reclaiming my disability after I went back to work. They made me wait. They made me wait 2 more years, start all over, and then they denied me. So I told her, I'm going to do whatever I can to scrape up money because my granddaughter's not taking medications. That I knew. So I got her the Juice Plus. Her acne was gone in 2 days. Migraine headache was gone. She had more energy. She always ate colorful. We always ate a lot of fruits and vegetables because I already knew the value of that. But she started noticing things in her body that she wasn't, she started having sensitivity to dairy and to glutens once she started taking the Juice Plus. So her body was correcting something inside of her and rejecting those things that she liked. And so she wasn't eating them anymore. So she was in 8th grade at that time. By the time she was a freshman, she was vegan. She had no desire to eat any fruits and vegetables. We did the shred because we went on a field trip to New York. And once we did that shred, it cleaned out her system. Her body rejected meat, dairy, glutens. So we've been eating it 7 years. Janae now is 20 years old. She's in college. And when she went to school during COVID, let me go back because during COVID was really good. She did her associates in her sophomore and through her senior year. She graduated from high school 3 weeks earlier with her associate's degree. So during COVID, she was able to be into school, high school, as well as college. She was very focused on it. And when she went to school, I said, well, your 4 years is up. You don't get Juice Plus free anymore. She looked at me and she says, well, I don't know what you're going to do. You're going to keep giving this to me. And then the companies expanded it from 4 to 25 years old. So she was able to continue on to get it. I would have gotten it for her anyway, but just to think, she was not going to not take it. She knew the difference that it had made in her body. So when I took her to school, my whole fear with my kids was they would eat ramen noodles while they were in college. Yeah. All that sodium, just junk foods. That was always a fear of mine. So when I went up there, I lined her shelf with the Juice Plus, with the complete shakes, the bars, and then her roommate, what did they have? Ramen noodles, ramen, all up there. And I said to Janae, share them with your friends because that scares me that's what they're eating.
Wow. Yeah, that's a story. If moms and grandparents, if you're listening, there you have it. All right. So,
and I never had that. I never had the total lumbar fusion, which would have been my 3rd and final surgery. I never had it.
Wow. Y'all, these stories. I mean, I think for me, I get to hear them all the time. So, but whenever I do still hear them, they're still just very powerful and amazing. So I'm going to say, those that are listening, contact the person that invited you here. That is the only way that you will be able to get Juice Plus, especially the free supply for your college student or your grandchild. So between the ages of 4 and 25, they're eligible to get it for free. You must go through the representative to get it. You cannot get it other places. You've got to get it through them. That is important. I cannot stress that enough. So with that being said, we could talk all night about this, but we're not. And I just want to thank all of you, Neilani, Donna, and Alma, for sharing your story. And I know there's so many others of you that have stories out there, but just be encouraged that there is hope, especially in this time where we are missing fruits and vegetables, and we have the answer. Get your fruits and vegetables in a capsule, your fruits, your vegetables, your berries, and get your supply for your college student, your grandchild, or your child. All right. And I say again, please sure to contact the person that invited you here and run, don't walk to get your produce. Thank you.